And happy Tuesday morning, everyone. Welcome back to Morning Musings. My name is Don K. Preston. I am the president of Preterist Research Institute of Ardmore, Oklahoma. Hey, don't forget, July 14th through the 16th, Preterist Pilgrim Weekend right here in Ardmore, Oklahoma. Make your plans to be with us. It's going to be really, really good. We are looking at the nature of the kingdom. Let me remind you that all three futurist views of the kingdom and eschatology believe that Jesus will one day come out of heaven in a physical body. He will come back to a physical earth and rule over a physical kingdom. It seems to me that Hebrews chapter 11 and 12 completely and totally falsify that and give us insight into the nature of the kingdom. Now, Hebrews chapter 11 and 12 was the focus of a great deal of attention in my formal public debate with Joel McDermott of American Vision. The debate was held here in Ardmore, July of 2012. And Joel McDermott took the position that Hebrews 11 and 12 somehow, some way, demands a yet future physical resurrection, a future physical kingdom. Well, Hebrews 11 teaches no such thing. Absolutely teaches no such thing. You can get a copy of the debate book at my website, www.bibleprophecy.com. My Don K. Preston site and my eschatology.org site are almost ready, but not quite, after undergoing major revamp. Anyway, get a copy of the book for that discussion, and you'll be amazed at some of the claims that Joel McDermott made that simply are not supported by Scripture. Let me illustrate. Hebrews chapter 11 speaks of the eschatological hope of Abraham. Now, the Bible tells us there was but one hope. That hope was found in Moses, the law, and the prophets. That means that the hope of Abraham was carried through Moses, the law, and the prophets, continued there. But notice in Hebrews chapter 11, after speaking of the great men and women of faith, from Abel onward, it says, "These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them far off, were assured of them, embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth." Now, isn't it amazing that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth, but we are told that earth is their destiny, that earth is in fact their hope. And yet the writer of Hebrews says, no, while they were on earth, given the eschatological promises, they confessed that they were strangers and foreigners on the earth. It just simply does not fit. He continues, "For those who say such things declare plainly that they seek a homeland, a patrida, a fatherland. And truly, if they had called to mind that country from which they had come out, they would have had opportunity to return. But now they desire a better, that is a heavenly country. Therefore God is not ashamed to be called their God, for He has prepared a city for them." Okay, they were strangers on the earth. They looked for something far off, not for their day, in other words. And they looked for a heavenly country, a heavenly city. Now, that can certainly refer to the very nature of that city, but that's not all they desired. Hebrews 11:35. They looked for the better resurrection. Now, watch this. In Isaiah chapter 25, verse 6 and 7, we have the promise of what's known as the Messianic Kingdom Banquet. The Lord said, "On this mountain, which is Zion," hang on to that, which is Zion, "the Lord will make a great banquet, a feast of fat things." That would be the day of the resurrection. Verse 8, when the Lord would destroy death. So, on Mount Zion, you have a banquet, you have resurrection. Okay? Let me see. What was Abraham longing for? Resurrection, heavenly city. Now watch this. Catch the power of this. In Matthew chapter 8, verse 11, when Jesus was approached by the centurion whose servant was sick, and he expressed a fantastic faith in Jesus, Jesus said, many will come from the east and from the west, and shall sit down with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom. What do we have here? The Messianic resurrection banquet, when death would be destroyed, in fulfillment of Isaiah 25. But when would Isaiah 25 be fulfilled? In Zion, the heavenly city of Hebrews chapter 11. Okay, so what's the nature of that Messianic banquet? Is it like Papias, one of the early church fathers, who believed in a literal physical kingdom and a literal physical banquet? Well, let's see when that banquet would be established. Jesus said, many shall come from the east and from the west, and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom. This is the kingdom. And the sons of the kingdom shall be cast out. Do you catch that? The Messianic resurrection kingdom banquet. Now, we are told that the resurrection is the time of the physical kingdom on a physical earth with Jesus in a physical body. But according to Jesus in Matthew chapter 8, the Messianic kingdom resurrection banquet would be when the sons of the kingdom, i.e. Old Covenant Israel, was cast out. By the way, as I point out in my debate book, or in the debate book, Joel McDermott admitted that Matthew chapter 8 verse 11 was fulfilled in AD 70 when the sons of the kingdom were cast out. Folks, you just have to catch the power of that. This tells us that the resurrection that Abraham longed for was not a physical, biological resurrection to be raised out of the ground and to set at a physical banquet in a physical kingdom. Because according to the dominionists, according to futurists, Abraham was resurrected to sit at the Messianic kingdom resurrection banquet when the sons of the kingdom were cast out. You can't get a physical kingdom on physical earth in physical bodies out of that, no matter how hard you try. It just doesn't work. Just as Hebrews chapter 11 says, Abraham longed for a heavenly country and a heavenly city. And you know what? Hebrews chapter 12, contemplating the hope of all of those great men and women of faith, said, you, that's his first century audience, you have come to Mount Zion. We'll have more to say about that in our very next segment. But what a stunning, powerful statement about the nature of the kingdom. Hey, go to the website, get a copy of End Times Dilemma, Fulfilled or Future. You will find a ton of information in there that will help you to see the nature of the kingdom is spiritual and not physical. And we'll see you on the flip side.